How's it going? My name is Dirk,
And I am Lunar Potatoes.
and this is match one for the Overwatch teams in our NACE tournament for our ISU esports. Sorry, just completely jumbled that, but we are back for another season. The teams are ready. Um,
Ready for battle. Five, four, three, two, one. Round one. Capture the objective.
we are getting a close matchup. Looks like they are going to go with the Winston tank for this one.
All right, we've got let's see, same supports on both teams, and then both teams also with the Genji. Only difference is going to be Cassidy on ISU. Not ISU, that is. Oh my gosh, am I crazy? Oh, that's something else. Yeah, we've got Cassidy on ISU and Tracer on UTA.
And it looks like ISU was able to take out the tank relatively easy, making a push for the controlled point, and they will have captured it.
Good early lead here for ISU. A great start. It's be a lot easier to keep momentum now that they've already got the point. See if they can keep it.
It's going to put their tank at a little bit of, or the ISU tank with a little bit of an advantage, but Mr. Robo?
MJ Robo.
MJ Robo has caught up quite fast.
Ooh, we got Lemonade taking up the tank there, and Zareth taking out Tracer. Immediately going straight into the Cassidy ult, managing to take down one of the supports for UTA. Got 3 of UTA down there.
ISU was just scrimming with a team that is definitely better than this one that they're playing against now, and I believe they won that match. And so they are absolutely pumped up and ready for a match like this one. And it looks like we're seeing just that. They're already at 40% at the control point and sitting pretty sitting pretty.
We've got the push coming in back in from UTA, trying to Winston jumping right out of there, trying to get into the back line more, but Genji also pushing up there. We've got multiple ults for UTA ready. We've got the Wu Yang and the Kiriko with just the Wu Yang for ISU. That Wu Yang just taking out 3 of UTA all at once.
Looks like Fojang is going to have to peel off so they don't, they aren't in danger of a stagger. And ISU is, I can hear it over there. They're sitting happy.
In a very good position here, starting to push ahead off the point, bringing the fight for a little earlier there, but getting right back on it.
Now we have ultimates ready for Wotang, and here it comes. And forgive me, I don't actually know exactly what it does.
I believe it's the big wave.
Okay.
If I might not be right on that, but I think it's a big wave. Ooh, here comes the Zarya ult ready now too.
So it sounds like Wu Yang's ultimate will put a bubble around an ally, doing massive heals and damage in the process.
We've got 3 ultimates for UTA now ready to go. The Kiriko, Genji, and Winston, compared to ISU also at 3 with Wu Yang, Genji, and Zarya. And there comes the Zarya ult, immediately followed by Zarbon dying. And quite the trade-off of kills here between the two teams, with 99% at ISU just barely not keeping it for long enough to win.
Now ISU will have another chance to set up for another team fight. They have 2 ultimates, but so does University of Texas. Both ultimates for ISU are with the support, so we'll see if that is going to be enough for them to plant their feet and capture this point.
There goes the Kiriko ult for ISU. Let's see if this gives a good opportunity. We got Lemonade pushing in there, taking out the other Cassidy, and it seems like this is going well so far for ISU.
Juniper does take out Diane in the process, but Lemonade does grab their last support.
Trying to, there we go. There is the last support out for Texas, right into overtime now, which doesn't seem they'll be able to quite reach. They might, but quickly taking the Genji back down.
Winston did go and did manage to touch. We'll see how long he manages to stay in it.
It seems a lot of Texas's current strategy is just getting one person at a time, but ISU is quickly taking them down.
And Lemonade still has her ultimate to play with, but they're probably not going to need it.
And they don't. First point goes to ISU.
Claps all around the arena tonight. They are happy for that first round.
It was a good first round.
And already ISU is at a great start. Probably the best start they've had in the past histories of their matches. At least for the start of the season.
Spirits seem quite high heading into round 2 here. Not much to do but run in circles.
Coach Charles was having them scrim a bit before this, but they were also talking about making sure that there wasn't any too much scrim, because too much Overwatch you can definitely have a kind of a dip in energy. So making sure that they get enough practice in, but they have all the energy needed to go into that first match.
And just in case you've got a fire extinguisher.
Exactly. But with that win, I think that will be exactly what they need to keep that momentum going, keep the motivation up.
We got an early fight before the point unlocks. ISU with Zarbon on the point on lower ground. And it seems that the tank for Texas has changed to Reinhardt here. Oh, we've got a bit of a team swap that didn't quite notice. We got Dino swapping to Venture, and Jupiter swapping to Lucio.
Good trades happening all around. They were able to get Reinhardt, probably because I don't know if he overextended or if his team just wasn't quite ready to go in with him.
Seemed a bit of both.
Yeah. But now ISU has captured the point. It's in at 10%, and now they will just see if they do what they did last time. Just keep the pressure on and keep them off the point.
Genji on the side here, trying to start picking some health off. Venture, they are rushing right in. Zarbon trying to stay alive and getting taken down by Venture and Reinhardt there.
Yeah, it seems like Zarbon got caught in that corner and didn't have the help with his allies, so...
Very good push here with Texas, taking back the point and making ISU back in the back foot of the map a little here.
And with that capture from Texas, they are able to probably match up pointage before ISU is able to deliver.
The Cassidy ult here just about to go live, and it does with those shots on Reinhardt.
I'm guessing Lemonade's going to wait until all of her team is in a better position before she decides to use it off.
Trying to break through that Reinhardt shield. There is the Texas Kiriko ult, and that gives Reinhardt a lot of momentum here, taking down 3 of ISU's team. And there goes Bacon and Cake. Almost a team wipe here for ISU. Not great.
Good economy discipline from Texas. They used what they had just to, deny the entry, but they didn't use everything. They still have 3 to go. And that's going to be a little challenging, but I think ISU will be able to find that opening that they need.
Definitely, especially with the Cassidy, Kiriko, and Wu Yang ultimates all ready to go. See here, there goes the Reinhardt ultimate, taking out Zarbon, and quite a bit of lag there. Not a great matchup there for ISU. There's the team wipe.
And at 75%, they are close to a victory here, which will tie them up.
Zarbon leading the charge here, ready to get back into it, try and push back more.
Zaref did just get his ultimate, and maybe they'll be able to coordinate these ultimates where he can get in the back line and take care of these DPSs and supports.
There goes the ISU Kiriko ult. This should be a good opportunity for ISU to really push in there.
And and it is absolute chaos. Diane was able to take out Dinos.
Oh, and we got the Cassidy ult from Texas taking out Zarban, but here was the Lemonade's Cassidy ult. Not able to. Oh, there we go.
The Lucio decided to peek that. And got punished for
too
it.
soon. And ISU has taken back the point.
I think there was just barely enough time on that ultimate where Lemonade was like, "I'm patient, are you?"
And
she
Lucio-
outpatience them.
Yeah, Lucio was like a couple frames too soon on the peak there.
Exactly. But now, Zaref still has those ultimate. Throughout that scuffle, he managed to not pop it.
Quite the. There's the Genji ult immediately taking down Jupiter. See if it gets anyone else. Not quite, but good move there, taking out the Lucio.
Sometimes that's all you need. You need to give your team just a little breathing room, especially when you need to catch up. When they're already at 99%, you cannot make any mistakes at this point.
Especially with a very boopable hole in the middle of the objective. See, quite the push front with the tanks here, followed with the Texas Kiriko ult.
Woo!
Zarbon's Lemonade actually getting the kill on Robo there, quickly followed by Zarbon falling to the Venture.
So now both teams are without their tanks for a time. Let's see what they
Hiding right now from the Cassidy ult, but Diane gets got and Buckle quickly then taking out Lemonade. ISU not doing too great here, and that almost getting another team wipe before the objective is handed back over to Texas to win the match.
So that ties it up, 1 versus 1, and now we'll go to round 3 for this control round.
Ready for battle.
And it looks like Diane might be changing back to Kiriko. Wait, did she have Kiriko last time?
Yes.
She did.
Oh, Zaref changing to Symmetra though.
That might be interesting. Probably just use that to get the team out of spawn as quick as possible, and then he'll probably switch back to...
If a Symmetra places a teleporter and then switches to a different character, does the teleporter get removed?
I don't know if he can switch.
Okay, it does get removed.
We'll see how it... Oh, right there.
All right, there we go.
Oh, beautiful. That is a nice poster. Right
Good
into the
pan
action.
there.
The pan.
Oh, immediately right into the thick of it now. Zarbon trying to avoid focusing Reinhardt for a bit there, but Reinhardt forcing it. Oh, Lemonade is swapped to Bastion.
Probably just trying to answer to that Reinhardt shield and make sure he can't use it as much.
Trying to peek around it. Just barely clinging on there, but Wu Yang keeping Lemonade alive. Bacon and Cake getting targeted by a couple of running in the back line here.
I swear, every time I see Wu Yang now, I just like, oh, is that Mercy?
Oh, Zarbon getting pushed in the corner by Reinhardt with Venture finishing the job. Lemonade also falling, but Zaref getting the kill on the enemy Kiriko.
Diane is having to fight with this. Oh,
First ultimate is gonna go to Buckle on Cassidy for Texas.
Lemonade is not far behind, and Bacon and Cakes almost has his.
There it
He
goes.
does have it. So
Zaref pushing ahead here.
we're gonna have both support ultimates up by the time this next team fight.
Yep, there's both
crashes
Kiriko.
out.
Reinhardt's is, there it is. Reinhardt now has his.
Uses it immediately.
There's both Kiriko ults going off right over top of each other. Zarbon taking the opportunity to really push forward there, but Reinhardt's quickly coming to not let that happen.
Yeah, it looks like Reinhardt just went for the rest of her team, and she thought she could, or he thought, it's not Zar, it's Zaraban.
Ooh, we got the Bastion ult ready. Only ultimates are the Texas. Oh, never mind. Ventures just went live too. I have no idea what Ventures is, actually. I'm gonna be honest.
It's the Terra something.
That makes sense.
Terra Surge, that's it.
There's the Bastion ultimate.
He's looking for it.
Not.
Didn't find it?
I don't think so.
I got caught.
Got-
I got found.
Yeah, Lemonade killed before able to get that Bastion ult off. Buckle is taking out both ISU supports And Xerath trying but unable to take down Venture before going down himself.
And that is the first round goes to University of Texas, but we are still in the game. Nothing is settled yet.
Very strong showing for ISU going into this. Good hope that they'll be able to quickly get their momentum back going into round 2 here.
And that play of the game does go to MJ Robo with the
Getting the
Reinhardt.
triple kill there.
But yeah, very good first impressions coming out the gate. ISU coming out strong, but with that Reinhardt switching things up.
Reinhardt gave them a lot of trouble there.
Yeah.
Even with Bastion, couldn't quite get through his shield. He was able to take out Zarbon pretty quick.
I think they just saw that they were just getting the tank just with the Winston was getting taken out way too soon before anything could really happen. So they needed to make that switch just to be able to, so Reinhardt could just survive on his own if he needed to, and it just worked out for their favor this time.
We'll see if Zarbon is going to stick the Zarya and keep trying to just force their way through Reinhardt, or if there'll be some counterpicking going on with ISU's team comp.
We will see. Next game up is Hybrid, which is like Payload, but
You have to
little bit more.
unlock it first.
Exactly. I don't know what map they've picked yet. We will find that out here soon.
And we'll also find out the banned heroes for this round.
Oh, that's right. I always forget about the banned heroes. That's new within the last couple patches.
Yeah, well, they're not in the previous round, so
Yeah.
hard to remember to bring them up.
I personally love it. I've been always saying Overwatch needs banned phase. And I guess they had a banned phase for a while before they got rid of it. And then they brought it back.
I don't remember
Yeah.
if they did or not, but well,
I guess in Pro League they had banned phase, but not in client. They just all did that. And that's kind of what we're doing today. They have ranked has banned phases in client now, but for these custom matches, they're just doing everything over Discord or over the game chat.
yep.
Unfortunately, we can't see that.
So
We don't get to make a spectacle of it, but we're just here to
to
appreciate it.
sit here and stare down this TBA.
Exactly.
All right, next map is going to be King's Row.
Personal favorite. It's
Personal
everyone's
favorite. King's Row is just the best.
It's so good. I think it's picked 90% of the time. I like King's Row because it is very, I would say, balanced in the early and late phases of the match. I think it's got a really good breakout point where they have to fight over territory, and then the whole alleyway that they have to go is pretty balanced on both sides. I don't think any team has any advantage either way. That's why I like a good map.
On less of a gameplay, but more of an aesthetic choice, I would just like, because it's a lot darker than most Overwatch maps are. It's a lot more dreary, and then the soundtrack is really good for it too. But,
It is.
yeah.
It's a nice looking town.
Yeah. Oh, first hero ban is gonna end up being Reinhardt. I'm gonna guess that's from ISU banning Reinhardt there. Yeah.
Yep. That makes sense. If they're gonna if they had that much problems, it doesn't surprise me at all that they get rid of it. And you know what? That's gonna be a new dynamic of the game we're gonna see going forward. I think even during the scrim, we saw a lot of bans from like May and who else? Like we saw bans. Oh, even Kiriko got banned
a couple times too. It really is just after the first round when your team or their team kind of shows their hand on what character they can really do well on. That's just the key code to, hey, let's get rid of it next time.
And I think that really goes to show on how much Overwatch is a growing game. I mean, it has patches that, mixes the pot all the time. With the added bans, it adds a layer. It's like chess. You just gotta outmaneuver the opponent.
Speaking of banning Kiriko in some of the practice matches, Kiriko is also going to be our second banned character going into round 2.
What? No way. They heard us talking.
Yeah, we'll see who both teams replace their support Kiriko with. I hope Zenyatta, because I like him.
Yeah.
It's
like
probably
Ana.
Ana's fun. It'll probably be Baptiste. in all
Probably.
honesty.
Probably. Well, we're seeing a lot of plays with the new champion character,
Wu Yang.
Wu Yang.
Very quick to get pretty far into the zeitgeist, I guess.
Though I've been hearing a lot of debate online whether or not he feels like an Overwatch character.
That I think there's some truth to that. He's definitely, but I feel like that's a lot of characters when they're first released.
Can't
This is, yeah, it's how do we like actually balance it, and then how does this fit in, and who the heck is this?
Yeah, exactly. I was reading his description or his background, and he comes from. He's like a college student.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
he comes from water college. Is what
what
it
does
says.
that even mean?
I don't know. I was like, that's new. I mean, the year is like what 2300. So
yeah,
they could.
I mean, Ilari comes from an ancient sun warrior tribe, so who knows anymore? Water college.
my next venture. That's water college.
The water college. Ugh.
Oh, so I don't know what you study, but you know what?
I think the
Now
water.
entering King's Middle.
Right, match is just about to begin here. About to head right into it.
Initiating match.
And here we go.
And now it's time to find out what the teams actually pick after those bans and after that first game. The teams got to feel each other out, got to say, "Okay, I see you. We're gonna rethink some things."
What do you think? Can we get the team name swapped over the players?
That would be useful.
It would be quite useful. Okay, we cannot.
Ready for battle.
There it goes.
All right, now it's good. Barrels.
That's a political statement right there.
Right.
And it looks like 4 matchups this time. There is a little bit of switching up. Juniper from Texas did go over to the Ana, and so did Diane. So matchups all the way.
Bacon and Cake changing to Brigitte, and Foijan sticking with Wu Yang. Zareth and Dino both sticking with Genji, Lemonade, and Buckle on Cassidy. And the only swap for tank is going to be MJ Robo changing to Diva.
One.
I think that makes sense for this map. You really got to get through the barriers, and you know, Diva's got a lot of mobility and a lot of options.
She's a very good, good match for this world. Not what map? That's the word.
Country. I don't know.
This land.
This Providence.
Yeah, Zarvan trying to keep an eye out on Diva going on top there. Diva has a lot more mobility than Zarya does, and she's making good use of it against everyone here.
A little bit of trade there going on.
Yeah. Buckle getting a double kill there with Zarvan and Lemonade going down. Not too great of a start here for ISU.
ISU's going to have to peel off a little early. They got surrounded quite easily, kind of with that mobility from Texas. They just decided we're going to surround the objective and make sure we're going to kind of hotbox them out of there.
And
Not
really
hotbox. What's it called? Smoke them out. That's
very different words.
Those are 2 different things.
Quite. It's a different game. We got another team fight going on here. Zarya trying to keep her attention split between Diva right next to her,
Yeah.
and I believe that's the Genji on the wall there.
Zarban, you know, he has a lot to do. He has to be focused and aware. He's got to know exactly where everyone is. It's a hard job.
It is a hard job. And unfortunately, Zarban does go down, and just breaking and Cake here with a little bit of HP. The respawn timer is just barely dodging a team kill there, but Texas getting a lot of good progress on the payload right off the bat.
And ISU is going to have to either answer the call outside the checkpoint, or they're going to decide to put all their defenses inside where they can have a quick respawn.
Going to this team match, we've got 2 ultimates for Texas, but there goes the Cassidy ult and the Wu Yang ultimate. So that just leaves ISU with 3 of theirs, but Zareth barely cleaned the life here.
Yeah, I thought MJ Robo was going to pop off an ultimate there in that tight spot, but
Everyone grouped up there, but I guess just
ended
wasn't
up not needing it.
right opportunity. We'll see when the Diva ult does end up coming out. got almost all of ISU with their ults, just Zarbon with like a very little time left before he gets his.
Zarev's trying to answer the call and make sure they don't have as many angles, but there's just a lot to deal with right now.
Ooh, Genji trying to get in with the ult, but getting both powered up by Ana and then slept by Ana.
Yeah, I had to give that to them. That was a really good Ana move to cancel an ult like that.
Canceling 2 there. We did also get the Zarya ult in there, and it did take down both DPS for Texas.
Texas is going to have to back off for the time being. They are going to recoup pretty quickly, so ISU doesn't have a ton of time. They're going to try to walk this thing back as much as they can, but they're going to have to find some kills here.
D.Va pushing in hard there, but Mech is destroyed now. Oh, nope, I lied. That was her ult going. I thought
At least it didn't.
she got him down.
At least it didn't grab anyone.
No, it was a little too far back there to actually grab anyone.
Zaraban is now on the chase.
Really
Good to see
put it
it.
back. Ooh, D.Va running straight in there, trying to take control back here. D.Va chasing Darabon down and taking him out.
I thought I heard a high noon, but that actually didn't happen. I don't know what I heard.
Sometimes when you watch Overwatch enough, you just start hallucinating capacities.
I think so.
Double kill there for MJ Robo.
Let's see if Bacon Cake's going to...
Lemonade swapping over to Tracer and going down soon. Zareth changing to Sombra.
And they were able to get a couple touches, but
Not
going
quite,
in that time does not...
especially with that with Dino getting that Genji ult right at the end there. ISU kind of wasn't able to
Oh, did he?
keep pushing. He did.
I
Got
didn't
double
see
kill
that.
on it.
Oh.
I only noticed when it came up in the feed.
So they were able to complete that with 3 minutes and 38 seconds. So that is the time to beat for ISU. And it's their turn to now push the payload. And let's see how they do. Oh, little options going on.
The wonderful streets here, floating on through, very scenic.
Man, if I could live anywhere, I would live it. I would live here.
If I could live anywhere, I don't
They
know.
got fish and chips.
Okay, well that sells it actually.
My dad used to live in England, and
Ready for
he brought home the idea of fish and chips to our house, and it's just a staple.
If I ever manage to make it overseas, I guess I'll try the fish and chips.
He saw the Queen of England like 30 years ago.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool, actually. Zareth swapping over to Reaper. I believe that's the only swap we've got going into this second round here.
Looks like Bacon and Cakes does go for Lucio. Almost
yeah.
said Lucian again. It is Lucio.
It is, in fact, Lucio.
And Fojang, did you already talk about Fojang?
They,
Can't remember.
Fujin did, weren't they always on Booyah?
No, they didn't have a Wu Yang last time.
Could've
Wait,
sworn
did they?
did.
Maybe they did.
They
Okay,
did,
my
yeah.
mistake. I'm just not paying attention.
Alright, let's see ISU pushing right ahead here, getting a little blindsided there by his D.Va. Zarbon trying to getting a little separate from the team there, but not going down yet.
Zaraban is getting low. His supports are doing everything they can to keep him alive.
And they're doing a good job of it.
Zareth does go down. Unfortunately, gets caught out. Was not in a good position to actually get some damage out in the process. All of Texas is back behind, just letting their tank deal with keeping them out. So it's really hard for ISU to get in there and deal with them.
If they really want to, they really need to get... Oh, there's a stun and a sleep on the D.Va there. Good opportunity for Zareth to really try and push forward here. A bit too far away to make full use of his damage, though. ISU starting to capture the objective for a bit there. Not able to get too much, but a good start.
Texas was split just a second, though, and it looked like Zareth was about to capitalize on that, but they managed to get out.
Enemy... Oh, yeah. Enemy Cassidy getting his ult and immediately taking down Zarbon.
So ISU is going to have to back up into their own spawn for the time being. They have plenty of time to make a move, but they need to figure out what that move is going to be.
With the combination of Ana Cassidy and almost Zarya ults. They've got a lot of options though. They do have to keep in mind the Texas has D.Va, Ana, and Wu Yang's ult, and there goes Wu Yang's ult popping right there.
Quick sleep by Ana. Will disrupt that movement.
There's the Zarya ult.
Was trying to make sure that the supports could not see their tank for the time being. Fortunately, Lemonade and Xerath to go down.
Squishing, do manage to take down Dino though, kept him separate from the rest of his team there enough for Zarbon to get the kill off. Though Zarbon is not quick to stay around himself afterward.
Come on, Snowball. They need our help.
Oh, Lemonade swapping to Mei here.
He did use the high noon, right?
I
Lemonade?
don't think so.
Did she have it up?
She had it. Either it got canceled or like it didn't get anyone, or she swapped first. And blocking off, yeah, I believe swapped first. Blocking off the Buckle Deadeye though with the Mei wall there. Not able to do too much once it goes down though with the team kill on ISU.
So ISU have just a minute left to capture this point.
60 seconds
Texas is
remaining.
putting on quite a show, making sure, just trying to make sure that they do not even get outside this wall.
The pressure is strong on ISU here.
Bacon and Cakes has his ultimate with Lucio.
There goes the
it
enemy
goes.
Genji ult and the Lucio ult. The D.Va ult is also ready, so that's something to keep an eye on.
Lemonade does manage to grab Dio. And I
Dino?
think Dino.
Yeah.
And I think that is their cue to come and capture this point.
Seems to be with Texas pushing back a ways there, giving them a good opportunity to get more of that progress.
Just gonna trap her inside.
That D.Va ult goes down in a inopportune location, and Buckle using the Cassidy ult, I don't believe getting anyone, and Xerath quickly following it up with his own ultimate. Ooh,
Someone was still touching for a second, but ISU does manage to grab that point, giving them 2.5 minutes of time to push this payload up to the next checkpoint.
taken out Robo there, just out of her mech. D.Va is a lot harder to stick around when she has nothing but a tiny pistol.
Yeah, I can definitely tell from Texas that they're being a little bit more aggressive than I would anticipate, doing a little bit more risky things to make sure that they are delayed as much as possible, even going out and... Oh, I was just like, oh, what are we looking at?
I was waiting for you to finish, but
Sorry.
then you kind of didn't.
I just got distracted there.
Yeah, we got Bacon and Cake being the one to keep the payload moving while the rest of his team is off fighting against Texas. Dino swapping to Venture now off of Genji.
Saraband does go down, but was able to keep the enemy team in line for a good chunk of time. ISU was able to get the payload uncontested for the majority of the stretch to the next checkpoint.
And in that, they did manage to get MJ Robo out of her mech, making her a lot more vulnerable. And Venture goes to sleep, and Dino quickly then dies.
With that Blizzard ult, it opens a lot of doors.
Ooh, and the Zariel.
There's the team wipe.
Quite the swing in ISU's favor here, doing great. Oh, pushing along the corpse there in front of the payload.
Diane right now is the only one on ISU who has their ultimate. Buckle with the Cassidy has his ultimate as well. We'll see how both teams manage that and decide to use it.
Oh, Lemonade swapping back to Cassidy here. See how that works. They have a good Lemonade with a good showing in Cassidy in the past. We've got well, I say that.
Bacon and Cakes almost denied the Winston from being able to get back, but got shut down somewhere from the back.
Yeah, double kill on Buckle's Deadeye there. Really left ISU pretty vulnerable.
Finally, a real challenge.
Oh, we've got Venture and Winston here. That's not a fun combo. But we have the Genji ultimate. Ana going down pretty soon after, though.
It's basically having two hamster balls batting you around, and you don't know which one is coming from where.
If you've ever played pinball, you are now the ball.
Yeah. They were able to grab Winston. He extended a little bit too much, and they were going to like, nope, we're going to focus you hard. And now they got just over a minute to do this last stretch.
Great move there for Zverev, taking out Jupiter right before that Ana was able to take him down.
ISU is sitting on 3 ultimates. Bo Zhang from Texas decides to use his right now. And it's going to force ISU to use all 3 of theirs just to stay in this fight.
Yep, a lot of things happening. Double kill for Zverev with the Dragon Blade there. Very, very nice. And there it goes.
And at the minute mark, ISU was able to complete the final haul, tying it up, and it will go into overtime. Now, this is where things get a little complicated. So it is, each team will have an allotted time to capture and push the payload as far as they can. Now, ISU will have a little bit of less time to do that, I believe. Texas will have the advantage here, but with with that final push and that momentum, I think ISU should be able to perform very nicely here.
Yes, just hearing the sounds in the room here, ISU's in very high spirits after that one. And I believe that'll be very good bolster coming into this overtime round.
Looks like Zarban is going to switch over to the Orisa.
And it seems other than that, Lemonade back to May, but I believe other than that, everyone has stayed the same.
I think that's a good choice with the May. They really need to have a breakout moment and be able to disrupt teamwork for the other side.
Arisa's very good at that.
That's true.
She's always got more health than you would think whenever you're facing her. She takes a lot more shots to go down than the 450 health would make you assume compared to some other higher health tanks.
Looks like Zarban is just sticking back for the time being. Gonna let his team suss out the situation before they commit to a move. But they only have 45 seconds to commit.
Yeah, it seems ISU is pushing in pretty hard here with the DPS and Zarban taking down the enemy Genji. D.Va flying up in the air here, almost killing Bacon and Cake, but not quite able to, and Zverev taking down the enemy Ana as well.
And ISU is already on the point, able to capture the first third of it, now the second. That was a really good play. Oh!
There's the May wall blocking off that whole
I love that
corridor to finish claiming the objective, and that is why we have a love-hate relationship with May.
Well, I think ISU saw that coming.
They
last
definitely
game,
did.
or the last time that they were on the offense, you know, Texas was just being really nasty, like last minute. Like you just saw it with the D.Va trying to get in there and just touch, just to disrupt it a little bit more. But they were like, no, not this time.
This is a bit of a tense situation here as ISU has to escort the payload while completely in overtime. If they ever have a point where one of them isn't on the objective, then the round's going to quickly end. That was a very good ult with from Zarban on Orisa with a triple kill there, quickly followed by the other 2 members of Texas's team.
Texas just decided that a pile-up would be the best way to go about this, but with the Orisa ult,
Not
I
really.
want to rethink that. And now, ISU gets to play a little bit of defense while they play their offense, which is nice. So they will have a little bit of ground to cover in the process, but they cannot step away from this payload even once.
We've got Lemonade and Diane both with their ultimates ready, and then Buckle and Jupiter for Texas having theirs.
So ISU is going to have to be careful, especially with that Buckle ult.
Deadeye has already gotten a couple double kills on ISU before, so it's something to definitely watch out for. There goes the Ana ult powering up Orisa, and I believe the Lucio ult as well for even more upgrading.
And here
Another
comes
Maywall blocking Texas. Yeah, I believe blocking out that Cassidy ult entirely.
That was a really good move. The really dangerous thing is with that Cassidy ult, you have to get cover. But as long as someone stays on the payload, it's fine.
Especially with May having her wall there, it's very easy to be able to stick out in the open and create your own cover and disallowing Cassidy to have much of an opportunity at all.
Now they're going to want to probably spread out a little bit. They have MJ Robo does have his ultimate up and will be able to devastate the entire team if they're too close together.
But with Orisa, Zarbon also having his ultimate, it means he has a bit of an opportunity to do the same thing to Texas. And there is the Orisa ult.
Oh, they were able to get out of it just in time. Diane going down, and now it's going to be close to a team.
There's the team wipe, and good progress made
That is
by
huge.
ISU though. Yeah, they got a very, very impressive ways for being in overtime for almost all of it.
And only having a minute
Yes.
allotted to them to do so. Now,
Initiating
Texas has about 4 minutes, which is 4 times longer to do the same thing.
However, ISU has a lot of momentum and pretty high spirits going into this.
So I'm interested to see what picks they do this time. Is
Exactly.
Airband going to stick with the Orisa? Maybe not. Maybe more of a defensive role like, I don't know, maybe they'll go with Azar. Did they ban? No, they only banned Kiriko and
This round is Reinhardt and Kiriko.
Reinhardt and Kiriko.
Zarbon sticking with the Orisa here, and Dino swapping to Echo.
It seems like they think that even on the defense, the Orisa is going to be the most beneficial here. And I think I tend to agree because
Yes.
Texas tends to get a little dogpile-y.
They do, and they tend to group all together and just kind of smash their way and make ISU scatter. And Orisa is a very good way to avoid having that happen and really punish that grouping behavior.
So we're not out of the woods yet. ISU has a difficult challenge ahead of them with this much time to deal with.
But they should be able to do it.
They can do it.
They can totally do it. And here we go, right into the javelin charge with from Zarbon. Not a second's notice before right into the thick of it here.
The health management is really strong right now. And just like Texas being Texas, they come in hot and heavy right into your face. So the trick is to find that opening where they leave an opening
Oh, we got May.
because they're overextending.
We got Lemonade and Zara both tackling Diva at once on the sideline here. Diva ends up running back down instead and taking out Zarbon.
Zaraban does go down, which gives a big opening for Texas. And
Ooh, yeah,
unfortunately, that's
bit of an early lead for Texas with a lot of great time to capture the objective while ISU waits to respawn. And here we go, starts the second half of this, which is actually moving the payload now.
so ISU has 3 minutes to defend this, while Texas has to reach the same distance that ISU did, which is 43 meters, which is almost to the end.
Yes.
So it is not over. 2.5 minutes to go. I think that is very doable.
Incredibly. We've got, Buckle swapping to Sojourn and popping the Sojourn ult, and Dino with the Echo ult ready to go. Diane with the Ana ult.
That's
And-
another thing I hate is Echo ults.
Echo's ult copying the Orisa, and Orisa using the Ana ult to really push in there.
It's like having 2 tanks. Nasty business.
Yep.
But ISU is putting a lot more of a defense on this stretch than Texas did in the last round.
And Dino taking down Ana. Bit of a death swap here, but more of ISU are falling than Texas. Double kill on the Sojourn there.
Ana is left alone. Diane with the Ana is left alone to back off and wait for her team. Now ISU has 4 ultimates up while Texas only has 1 for the time being. And they're
And-
pretty long ways from getting any ultimates after that. So let's see what they managed to do with this economy of theirs.
Yes. With these hallways too is a very good time to use these Orisa and Diva ults, as it forces most of the actual combat is going to be a lot closer together, so you really have your team horizontally spread out just front to back.
Texas is going to have to run away just a little bit. Zaref did go down, but he doesn't have a long way to run to catch up with his team. While Texas might have a little bit longer, so they have to be more careful here.
Oh, Zaraban going down to Wu Yang there. Oh, and there is Zaref's ults trying to push through, but Dino taking him down before he can really do anything. an unfortunate circumstance there, and there goes the Diva ult.
Now Zaraban is pretty much left alone with his ultimate, and he's going to group them up, and doesn't manage to get it off in time. And that does end it.
That is such a sad way to end a round. Unfortunate.
University of Texas was able to take that second game and is now has a 2 lead. That was a very good play.
Very good showing
ISU
from
did
both teams, yes.
So impressed with that.
That
overtime.
entire overtime was crazy impressive. We got Buckle here with the Cassidy play of the game.
I think ISU proved that they had that match.
They definitely did.
Unfortunately,
It was really just came down to time. 4 minutes is such a long time to over a pretty short distance for the payload to go that
exactly.
you can't defend the objective for that long.
But ISU did almost the impossible there. They got the payload as far as they did in with no time. They basically were sitting at 0 seconds left for about 3 minutes.
It was very, very impressive. It was incredibly cool to watch.
And then that defense at the end, I think it ended up being just about a minute left.
Yes.
So, which is not a lot of time.
No, like as shown with ISU trying to escort it, a minute goes by in a flash, and they barely did not make it, but it was incredibly impressive that they did as much as they did. It was incredibly cool.
It was very cool. I was impressed. Unfortunately, Texas was able to negate just too many ultimates right at the end.
Yes, especially that Orisa ult. If Zarban had managed to get it off, that would have been quite the swing, but unfortunately, just didn't quite have the health or backup to get it off.
Yeah. But we have one more match. Or, sorry, we don't have.
Quite pessimistic there.
We are on to the third match. But before that, they're going to decide which map they're going to do and also figure out what bans they want to do. We're going to take a break in the meantime, and we'll be back probably in about 5-ish minutes, give or take. We'll see. And welcome back from that short break. We have a little bit of update. As you could see from that map pool, we are onto Servasa
Yes.
now,
And
which-
our
which is, you said, a favorite of yours?
it is a favorite. I just like running around there. And our two banned heroes this time around are going to be Wu Yang and Mei.
So definitely some dynamic with Mei that the other team did not like that much. Wu Yang, I wonder what their reasoning for that was.
I feel like it's just his support, and he has a lot of knockback that I assume they just don't want to deal with anymore.
Yeah. And Wu Yang is quite new, like
Yes.
super fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh off the press. And I don't know, maybe this is true, maybe it's not. It's usually what I assume with new playable characters is that they're usually overpowered.
They definitely are.
because They want people to go buy it, and then they sometimes bring it down. So it's probably, we can probably assume that we might see a lot of Wu Yang bans in the near future
Yes.
because of that.
We're ready to start this battle here soon, especially with things like Wu Yang. If anyone remembers when Brigitte first came out, I feel like Blizzard is trying to keep a lot more on the nose with patching new characters before it devolves like it did with Brigitte.
Well, speaking of bans, because Diane now gets to use the Kiriko again, we'll definitely see a lot of that with her. Zeraban just chooses to stick with the Orisa this time around, while MJ Robo, the other tank from Texas, decides to pull out the Reinhardt once again.
We got Dino back on Venture, and Xerath swapping over to Tracer, and Lemonade back on Cassidy in lieu of Mei. Immediately breaking through that, trying to break through that Rhine shield.
Lemonade is trying to get an angle here, trying to pick people off, but you can't stick your head out too much, otherwise she'll lose hers.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Xerath and Zeraban do both go out.
And Lemonade getting pushed back and a little separated from the rest of her team there. Diane and Bacon both dying.
So
Buckle on Cassidy is clearing out ISU quite frequently.
yeah, they definitely have to pay attention to. I mean, ISU has a hard challenge ahead of them where
They
they
do.
constantly have a tank in their face, but they
Yes.
also have to be watching out for those angles and defend against these DPSs that are much mechanically gifted.
Zarban pushing right, trying to push further up here, and quickly backing up a bit.
Enemy spotted.
ISU all coming around this corner, ready to really push in. Dino with the Venture trying to catch him early. And already here goes the enemy Kiriko ult with Buckle on Cassidy having theirs too. Lemonade popping the Deadeye as well, able to take out Foijan on Kiriko.
Looks like Zeraban got outside of Diane's view, so Zeraban does go down, but ISU was still able to capture that point and turn
And
it
get
over.
a team kill.
That was great.
Yes.
Texas did have a 94%, so that is a big, or not a huge. I mean, with Flashpoint, they go pretty quickly. These-
Yes. ISU definitely really trying to push and keep that momentum going all out here. This is...
Woo! I like that.
That was, speaking of, that was a very nice Zarbon ult there, dodging now the responding Cassidy ult from Buckle. ISU really on their trying to keep aggressive and on their A game, because if they lose, then could be match end here for it being best of 5.
So it's all on the line here for ISU. Man, I really hoped not so many people just got outside of that Orisa ult. That would have been so satisfying.
It would. Zarvan unfortunately going down there, and for Texas, Dino and Reinhardt having the ult along with Lucio, but I doubt it will matter, and it doesn't. First point going to Texas onto the next objective now.
Now I believe for this league, specifically for the NACE League, I think they have to get 3 captures on Flashpoint, but I might be wrong. Maybe it's 5.
I don't remember.
So it's the first to get 3 captures.
Okay.
is what it is.
We've got the enemy Kiriko ult going there. Zara back on Genji with his ready, and then for Texas, we've still got the Venture, Reinhardt, now Cassidy, and Lucio ult, and there goes the Reinhardt ult.
Well, and
Bacon
Cat-
using his. Lemonade getting pinned there and taken out just before being able to take out, oh my gosh, Venture there.
Yeah, it was. I was actually like
It was very down to
confused
the
on
wire.
what I was seeing, because once again, Texas is just in your face all the time.
Definitely. ISU swinging back around, rush to push in here. We've got Zarev's health bar dancing around there.
ISU has 2 ultimates to play with, but Zaraban goes down pretty quickly, while Texas has 3 ultimates to defend this point. ISU is getting pushed around.
But they do take down Robo, who sliding around there a little too much. Buckle does get the Cassidy 1v1 off against Lemonade there.
And now with just 20% left, ISU is going to go try a touch. They're going to have to win a team fight to be able to actually capture this.
And there's Diane using the Kiriko ult and Zarvan going down, but
Ooh, Zaref was going in for the back door, but
gets
got found.
canceled, and there goes Lemonade too. And there's another team kill there in overtime that I doubt they're going to be able to reach, and they don't.
So it's down to this. For Texas, is down to this last point. For ISU, they're going to have to capture this to keep going.
They do have Deadeye and the Orisa ult ready, while all they have to worry about from Texas is the Kiriko and the Venture ult. But
And that could be a good
Kiriko's-
combo.
It could be a very good combo once I said it out loud. Lemonade coming, trying to find a point to start picking off some shots.
I imagine they're going to want to take care of this Reinhardt before they actually commit to a combo like that.
There goes
Man.
Zarvan's ult. Really in the thick of it there, taking out the Reinhardt shield and continue to rush, but not able to take it out. Here comes Lemonade with the Deadeye, not able to get it off on anyone. And there's another team kill, unfortunate.
All to just capture the point.
Yes. Currently we're standing at no one's ult ready, but Buckle for Texas is just about to get another Deadeye.
Hopefully by the time that actually gets used up, Bacon and Cakes will have his ultimate up so they can use the sound barrier.
Kind of absorb some of that damage there.
I think they
Is
can absorb
Deadeye-
that damage,
Is
right?
Deadeye a set damage amount, or is it just insta-kill?
I am not. Yeah, I'm not sure if it actually is.
Okay, apparently Deadeye deals more damage the longer it's targeting someone, so you can use the sound barrier to absorb some of that then.
Woo!
Lemonade barely managing to eke it out a little bit longer before going down.
That does take Buckle out of the equation just for a bit. But this is it. This is going to be the last fight.
This is ISU really having to push it forward as that percentage is crawling up fast.
We might not see ISU gain another ultimate for this one. No, Diane will, and she'll probably use it right now.
Yep, and she pops it pretty quick. We're now in overtime, rushing to just keep contesting it. Buckle taking down Zarvan with the Deadeye though. Just Lemonade trying to stay alive, not currently on the point and not able to reach it before dying.
And that does wrap it up. Texas takes the win for the day at 3-0.
It's a very, very good game. Very, very strong showings from both players throughout, both teams throughout. It's a very
Absolutely.
good way to start the season, even if it didn't quite end in a win for ISU.
And yeah. And with that, we conclude today's game. It was exciting. We got to see a lot of highs and lows on both sides.
Yeah.
ISU having a fantastic first and second game. I would say they had a little bit of a loss in momentum there.
Definitely
one,
in the third
unfortunately.
one. I think probably some of the pressure started getting them, especially when they lost the first objective. I feel like they didn't kind of keep keep it up to claim the next flashpoints.
But there is a whole season ahead of us, and this is just match 1. So
Yes.
please continue with us on this journey as we watch them face off from team to team to team throughout this whole season of. Is it an 8-week or 7-week season? I think it's 7.
I think it's 7.
But so technically 8 with a bye. Anyway, so next week, catch us again with Overwatch. But for tomorrow, we get to see Rocket League with our Rocket League team. So tune in for that. Yeah. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, I think that will wrap it up for today.
All right.
Thank
I'm
you
Derek.
for joining. I'm Lunar Potatoes.
We'll catch you guys later.